Good morning. Today is Tuesday, April 15th, day, I think 6 of recording every single day. I had a late night last night because my friend came in, so I was talking to him for a little bit. It's currently 9, but I introduced the punishment system last night, so I really don't want to miss a day on anything, so I'm gonna try to get as much work done as I can. I'm gonna make breakfast and then directly go to the gym, come home, and then I might have to do my juggling immediately because I have to meet my friend at 1 at Retiro. I might push that back to like 1:30, but I'm gonna have to find time to fit everything in because I like these punishments. I can already tell, like, I woke up and I'm like, I was thinking about like how much time I have in the day, if I can do everything, and then I was like, actually I don't even know if I have time to be doing this right now because I have to go to the gym and do juggling before I meet with my friend. So it's just like boom boom boom. I'm gonna have to be super disciplined, but I mean that's the intention, so hopefully it works out. We'll see how it is. Especially on day 1, I don't want to be doing these punishments, but I guess I'll probably keep working until I get them done instead of going to sleep on time. But I'm gonna try to get them all done before 10 p.m. We'll see how much I can do. Yeah.
Breakfast today, usual, but no spinach because I accidentally went to the store and bought like chard, and I absolutely hate chard, so I just threw it away. But we move.
Just finished breakfast. Gonna head to the gym to get a good workout in, and then I'll come home and either immediately start my juggling, or if I have time, do something very quickly. But getting into the gym session it was an upper body day, so started with bench. Here I didn't know I'd do this, but I like hip thrust while I'm benching as well. I don't know, I think it really helps me, but it's kind of freaky. And then there's 4 exercises. I started with push-ups, bench. I did the rows, and then I have this neck flexion. It's hard for you to see, but basically just me training my neck. It's apparently good for like anti-concussion. So if I need a strong neck, like the ridiculous 6 or whatever, it's all good. Then this is me push press into weighted chin ups, my 20-kilo ball sack um, in the video. Got 4 reps in, which is what I was going for. And then at the end, you can see I struggled a lot on the last one. And then at the end, there's this like back exercise that I was doing. It was actually really fun. These like back exercises where I'm just kind of like, they seem so ridiculous, but they're fun, and I think they're really good for my back, especially because I've had problems in the past. Moving on to my last exercise that I recorded, it was just some curls and then some core work. So pretty good day at the gym. I also had a cardio session that I did after this, but I didn't record it. And then immediately as I got home, I got straight into juggling. So I didn't get any rest, but I mean, I managed to do it. I didn't feel that tired, especially since it wasn't a lower body day. But you can see me doing the juggling. I'm proud of how I'm getting better at staying in one spot, so I'm not going all over the place until I get to my later variations. And then over time, I hope I can do the same thing. Towards the end of the video, you can see me getting a little frustrated because I was on the same variation for over 10 minutes, and I want to get better, I want to progress, but sometimes I just need more time practicing like with my left foot above my waist, and that's what it takes. Just finished lunch. Been a little bit since our last talk. I think I just had the first video of the day. Since then, I went to the gym, which you'll see a little bit about, and then I juggled. You'll see someone else in the video. That's the person staying with me for the next few days. After that, I took a shower, took a cold shower. I decided that I'm going to do something that absolutely sucks every single day. So I put the temperature all the way to the most freezing setting, and then I got in the shower. Probably one of the quickest showers I've ever taken, but I washed my face and washed my body, everything I needed to do. And then after that, I had some lunch, and now I'm going to a library to meet up with a friend so we can work on our online business for one of our classes. Pretty good day so far. I think really grounding myself in why I'm doing this and doing the exercise yesterday of what is like important to me and having like things ready for when things do go wrong. Although I haven't been in a position to where I'm like slipping yet because I literally just did it. I like the motivational um like saying or like script in the morning and then at night, but I think having that stuff ready when things do go wrong will treat me well. And then waking up this morning, I know that I have to do all my habits because I have this punishment that I really don't want to do. So it forces me to get up and like get moving immediately. And then another one of my comparisons, I have like a comparison to a version of me that is kind of like not perfect, but super disciplined and always does the right thing in terms of like choosing to do work even if they don't want to do it and then giving like as much effort as they have in the tank. And one of those criteria that at the end of the day I have to say is, did I like motivate myself like he would do? And I think in the gym today, during my juggling, during the cold shower, like the self-talk's been good, like guiding myself to it through it. Although like the cold shower sucks, doing like the juggling and the gym is kind of like really enjoyable for me. So pushing myself to do as much as I can will just make the experience better, but then also me like a stronger, literally stronger person. So that's all I really have to say about that. Going to Retiro, probably gonna try to edit yesterday's video while we're working on the business because I think she has a lot more work to do than I do. So I might have a little bit of time to get some editing done. Gonna try to lock in the library, and then maybe you'll meet someone for the first time. Not really sure. I have to ask her if she wants to be on the channel, but that's the plan for the near future. Gonna try to put as much effort in as I can, get as much done as I can in the shortest amount of time so I can be who I want to be.
You want a picture with him?
It's a video. It's part of my blog.
Oh.
So here's Retiro Park. The first few videos of the green spaces were before I got there, and then the last three videos are after we left. It was actually really pretty and reminded me of New Orleans a lot, which has, I think, a lot of green for a city. But I just thought Retiro was really pretty. It was my first time being there, and it's just nice to actually get out once in a while instead of just staying in the same area. These are a few buildings that I thought were kind of nice. Just got home from literally nothing. We went to the library and then we kind of found out that I didn't have any work and that it was really just like work for her to do. And so she was using my computer to watch the video explanation while trying to do it on her own computer. But Facebook was having a problem where we couldn't create a business account, so we couldn't do the rest of anything we needed to do. So it was just basically a waste of time, which is like all right. It kind of sucks. Um, but I think I got some pretty pictures and pretty videos of Madrid, Retiro. That was my first time going to Retiro Park. And then on the walk back, I got a few pictures of some of the buildings and architecture that's in Madrid. I grew up in New Orleans, so I really like Spanish and French, but particularly here, Spanish architecture, partly because it's like really close to home. But I'm going to try to do as much work as I can in the next, I guess, when I need to go to sleep. So like 8 p.m., track everything, make sure I do as much as I can, try to be focused as much as I can, and then have my pre-made dinner that I made yesterday. So I think that's really it, but it will probably just be like time lapses and then a reflection at the end of the day for the rest of the video. Here's my work session that I recorded. Something that I was thinking about was I was doing the coding while I was doing project for the nutrition app, and I feel like it messed with my focus a little bit. So I want to get better at if I'm doing one thing, I'm only working on that project. So it can be different facets of the same project, but I want to be working on the same project at the same time so that my focus isn't all over the place and I can actually get into the work.
So, just finished my session of working. I got a little bit of me recording on the time lapse, but then my mom called me, and after that, I didn't reset up the time lapse because my phone was a little bit low, and I just did some work. I worked on the creating the budget for the nutrition app, and then also in the background, I was running prompts um with the calendar so to fix the tasks. So the tasks have been created, and one of them was on the calendar, but it's not calibrating properly on the time that it's supposed to show. And then also visually, it's not really what I want it to be. So tomorrow, since I'm going to go to bed earlier. And then also, I don't have the meeting with my friend. So I'm going to have more time to work on the calendar app. During that time, I'm planning on, after I run out of all my Gemini API requests, I'm going to describe the functionality of the entire web page in extreme level of detail, because when vibe coding, it will implement something new but break just about everything. So I think it's really important for me to define what the different features I want on each web page are, and then defining what I want them to look like. So that might be like a Figma design, but that I think that's further down the line. The most important thing is the functionality, how they work, and their general position, all described in text, partly so I can put it um into the agent, into the input the text into the agent so it can understand what I want, and then if it breaks like a feature, and then also just a reference of if I do bring on someone. I don't think I actually mentioned this, but I'm thinking about using all the money, if I get compensated from the nutrition app, putting that into hiring a freelance developer to help me develop the calendar app fully. I think it would cut down on a lot of time and make it a stronger system with having someone who actually has experience building a web app. I think having those documents of the understanding what I actually want in the app instead of just some broken code would be a lot better for the web developer to be able to go through and kind of develop, either fix the code that's already there or implement new features that I haven't really been able to implement yet because the vibe coding does take so long. So that's just where I'm at. That's what I'm thinking right now. Trying to, I have this inclination to like do stuff myself, but if it never gets done, it's not very, it would, I want to do stuff myself because I don't want to spend the money of like hiring someone else. But at the end of the day, I would rather have a more successful company and like me be either the founder. I don't even have to be the CEO. If I find someone who I think is really competent and like cares about the mission, and they're a better CEO, whether it's managing like the day-to-day operations or like vision for the project, like I'm happy to do that, like step down and then let the project grow, because in the end I will probably get more in terms of like a monetary compensation. I will get more out of having smarter people run it. So if I'm not like the smartest person, or I don't have the amount of time or experience as someone who would be better capable and wants to work on the app, I should try to leverage them, and then I'll also get better use out of the app, because the main purpose of this is to create an app I'm going to use myself. So having a finished product is pretty important. Also, I just meditated for 20 minutes. I expressed, I think 2 days ago, how I had some problems sleeping, and I was hypothesizing that that was due to meditating, when I used to meditate, I used to lay down and kind of like have my head back, and I would fall into like a half sleeping state. So today I decided to sit up, and then also did it slightly earlier, not as early as I would have liked, but about like an hour earlier than I usually did it. I'm going to be your best simulation soccer. I want to get a video of me doing it just so I can show y'all like what it looks like from an outside perspective, because whenever I show someone, they start like laughing because it looks like super ridiculous. But that should be a good clip. I think today's went very well, very disciplined, like staying on top of task. Even if I go to somewhere like hanging out with my friend to do work and like it didn't work out as I wanted to, when I came home, I got straight to work. I didn't like lollygag. I didn't go on YouTube and watch random videos. I just did what needed to be done, and I hope that in the future I continue this. So I'll let you see me play Be Your Best, and then I'll probably have an outro for the day. If not, day 6 done.
So this is the Be Your Best simulation training. I have my MetaQuest on, and then I'm just like looking around, trying to notice what's around me. I have a few clips that I just have just so I can like talk over it, and then I have a few clips where I find like I said something like just dumb, so I added it in like here,
That was sick.
and then like it's just a lot of looking around and like the mental game.
What?
So I tried to just show y'all like what I'm doing, trying to get my head movement right, trying to get my head like timing right, so I'm looking at the right thing at the right time instead of just not really being aware of what's around me. I think this is really helpful for me, especially
Dude, that's a goal. What do you mean, okay pass?
since I am a midfielder. I need to be aware of who I need to play the ball in, what pressure is coming, and where it's coming from.
That was not an excellent pass. That was a terrible pass. That's not a weak pass. Like, that's a 1-2. Bang! Give me that shit. Bang! Give me that shit!
I wanted to include this clip because there's a part in it where I just absolutely start tweaking right here. Look at that, like neck movement. Damn.
Oh my god. Butter me up!